Hey there, and welcome to the Do Life Big podcast. This podcast is going to be your jam if you want to live to your full potential and don't believe in half-assing anything in your life. If we want to do life big, that means we've got to get out of our own way because we only have this one shot to make it awesome. I'm your host, Kathy, and I'm a mom of three whose BFF is cold brew, a retired school teacher turned online entrepreneur, and an author. I'm loud, bold, and will always keep it real. I'm determined to live my best freaking life possible, and I'm here to help you do the same. I'll be packing this podcast with tips, motivation, inspiration, and strategies to finally get you where you want to go. And we will have a ton of laughter along the way because, let's be honest, we can't ever take ourselves too seriously, right? I'm so excited you are here with me today. Now let's get this party started. Hey, what's up? And welcome back to the Do Life Big podcast, episode number 5. I am so excited to have you here today. We're going to talk about a lot of good stuff here. So this is kind of crazy, but I'm going to be 41 on December 17th. And when I turned 40, I put it on my vision board that I was going to get back into the best shape of my life. I don't know what it is about when you turn 40, all of a sudden you want to do like all these things that you haven't done in so long or for the first time ever. So anyways, what came to my mind was I wanted to get my butt back in shape, into the best shape of my life again, because it had been so long. So it had been like 5 years. I'm cutting it pretty darn close. I know. There's only a couple of months left, but I have been really working hard at it, and I have been seeing a lot of progress. I'm really sore, but I'm seeing a lot of progress. But my point of sharing this is that for so long, guys, I was falling into the status quo. Once you have kids or once you're older, like you're too old, you might as well just hang it up. Like it's just not possible anymore. So I really lacked that belief that it was even possible for me to even get back to where I was 5 years ago. And not for nothing, I'm going to get better than what I was 5 years ago. Because like I said, it had been all that time. My gosh, it had been so long. But then one day I just flipped the switch and I was like, this is total BS, right? Look at all these other people that are the same age as me, or they're even older than me, and they are crushing it in the health and fitness area. Like, what is my excuse? And I just decided to just go for it and really go all in. And my belief in it happening has been like undeniable. Like, I know without a shadow of a doubt that I'm going to freaking do this thing. It's already working. So, what we're going to talk about today is just how powerful your mindset is. As a matter of fact, guys, it is the most important factor in determining your success in any area of your life. So, when I first started my online health and fitness business 8.5 years ago, I came out of the gates guns a-blazing. For real, I thought I was completely unstoppable. Really. I was totally crushing life as a stay-at-home mom to two littles, ages 4 months and 22 months. And then I was a complete boss babe who built a 6-figure business in my first 11 months while the kids were napping and when they would go to bed at night. That's when I worked. And I literally remember somebody telling me that it wasn't going to always be like that I wasn't going to always keep killing it and crushing it in the business, that it wasn't going to be just a skyrocket line to success all the time. And I remember watching other people in my industry hit these roadblocks. And I legit said to my husband, that will never be me. I am not going to hit any kind of roadblocks. I'm completely unstoppable. I'm just going to continue to soar and keep succeeding at all times. Oh, naive Kathy, you poor thing. You had so much to learn back then. Now, here's the thing. When I was having all that success, my mindset was spot on. I was super confident. I was taking inspired action on the daily. I was so excited all the time, and I had so much belief in me. And I just loved working my business, and I just knew in my heart that any goal I tried to achieve, I would most definitely hit it, and it would be flawless. Yeah, I can't lie. I tend to sometimes be a perfectionist, working on it, work in progress. When you believe anything is possible and you have that much belief in yourself, you show up differently in the world. I want you to think about that. Think about a time in your life where you were like, this is happening. It's definitely happening, hands down, it's happening. How did you show up to that, right? It's just different. You just show up different. Your vibe is different. Your energy is different. Everything about you is just different and so much more confident when you really believe that you're gonna freaking do it. But then I started to hit these roadblocks that all other entrepreneurs go through, which I didn't understand or realize at the time because I was a newbie and I wasn't having the fast success I was having at one time. And then when that started to happen, I started to lose a little belief in myself, in what I was capable of achieving. I was just like a little bit more hesitant to go after those big, huge, hairy, scary goals that I set for myself because there was a piece of me that thought, can you even do this? And I started to let self doubt creep in and sabotage me. And I knew it was happening and I couldn't stand it. I stopped showing up with the enthusiasm and excitement that I once had. And I was just showing up to my business on autopilot, just going through the motions. It became more of a chore for me versus something I truly looked forward to and enjoyed in the past. And I was letting my fear run the show all the time. Can you relate? God, it was frustrating. And I just remember feeling so blah and just so stuck in this way of feeling. Am I ever going to get out of this rut feeling? I remember saying that on repeat in my brain. And I'm a solution oriented person. And I wanted to fix this problem. Anytime there's a problem in my life, I'm like, we got to fix it immediately. Doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter what it has to do with. If there's a problem, we're fixing it and we're fixing it now. Like, I'm not waiting. So I wanted to fix this problem. So I looked outside to all the things I could do to have more success, to have faster success again. I enrolled in trainings. I buckled down and worked more hours each day. I tried 10xing my actions so I'd get more results. Became more consistent. I listened to PD every day. Oh my gosh, all the things. I was doing all the right things. I was taking all the action, and the time went on and on and on and freaking on and on and on and on for literally almost 2 years like this. And guess what? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I didn't see any change at all in the growth of my business, which then led me to become even more discouraged with myself. All that work with nothing to show, like, what the heck? Right? And I was just so tired. I was a mom and I was doing all this with the business. It was, what the heck? Why isn't it working? I'm doing all the right things. I know what to do to have success because I already did it before. I did it when I first started. So why is it not working this time? And at the time, I didn't realize that the only way, the fastest way to see any kind of growth or change in your life had everything to do with my mindset, specifically your thoughts and your belief system. The whole time I was looking externally for the answer when I didn't understand that the answer was within me. Now, I'm sharing this with you so that you guys don't go through this long process yourselves. You can learn from my mistakes so that you don't stay stuck for 2 years like I did. But I had to reprogram my belief system and the way that I thought. I had to change my internal dialogue. Most people don't realize that you can do that, but you 1000% can change the way that you think. And I worked on that so much, and it was like an immediate light bulb switch. So when people come to me and say things like, how can I get to the level I want to get to in my business? How can I create more income faster? Or how can I create that kind of life I want to live? Just tell me what to do. I always start with their mindset because that's the answer. That's where we all must start. I start with their belief system that they have. Most people, guys, they have it all wrong. I'm going to call you all out now. Most people have it all wrong. They think working more, working longer hours, working harder, taking more trainings, 10xing, freaking what every little thing that they're doing, immersing themselves in workshops galore, and just go, go, go will get them the results that they're looking for. They're getting burnt out. But how many of you know someone who's doing all of that and have little to anything to show for it? Maybe you've been in that same boat yourself, just like I was before. But that external thing that you are looking to try to solve your problem or have you arrive at your goal faster is never going to work until you fix this one piece, your mindset. Because how do you ever expect to accomplish or achieve the things that you want in your life if you don't really believe that you can? Over the last 8.5 years of mentoring thousands of people, I've seen people take all the action in the world that you can imagine and stay the course for many, many years, all to see little to no change at all in their business or in their life or personally. Because here's the thing, you can go through all the emotions and you can take all the action, but going through the motions will never get you what you want. It's not enough to just go through the motions. It's not enough to get you from where you are right now to where you want to go. So take a step back and think of something you're trying to achieve right now in your life. Do you believe in you? Because I can believe in you all you want. But unless you believe in you, you will remain stuck. You will remain plateaued. You will remain stagnant and discouraged and uninspired, lacking excitement, lacking that feeling of fulfillment. You will remain exactly where you are. Change the way you talk to yourself. And when you find yourself starting to think negative things about yourself, because most of our internal dialogue, I'm not sure if you knew this, side note, is negative. All right. So when you find yourself starting to think negative things about yourself or saying negative things about yourself or what you're capable of, stop yourself, be aware enough to notice it's happening, and stop and ask yourself if you'd ever say what you're saying to yourself in your mind right now to a friend. And I know the answer is going to be hell to the no. I know that if you were to actually repeat those things out loud to a friend, you'd like die and curl underneath the table. There's no way that you would say to a friend the things that you've been saying to yourself in your mind. You would never talk to someone you love the way you're talking to yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to think good thoughts about what you're capable of achieving. Believe that your success is inevitable. And then, yes, of course, you're going to have to take the proper action, and 100% you will get there. So remember that. You've got to just be aware, stop yourself when you're having these thoughts, and just ask yourself, is this thought making me feel good? Is this thought inspiring me to take more action? Do I believe in me? Is this possible? Heck yes, it's possible. And this is a work in progress. But this is what I've mastered over the past 10 years now. So I hope that this episode gets you to dig deep and gets you taking that inspired action that you need to take to grow to the next level. And I so appreciate you guys being here. I hope you have an awesome day, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys the next time. Keep crushing it. Have an awesome one. Thanks so much for listening in. I really appreciate you choosing to spend your time here with me today. You totally rock. Hey, listen, if you loved today's episode, go ahead and tag me on social and go share this with a friend right now. Like, do it immediately before the day gets ahead of you and you totally forget. Couldn't be more pumped to be on this journey with you guys. Go make today awesome, and I will see you the next time.